Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing fine and are taking care of yourselves. My name is Kanika Tandon and I am here with the video of class 8 English First Grammatics. In our last video we have completed till chapter number 3 and today we are going to study chapter number 9 and 10 in this video. Today we are going to start our ninth chapter, that is the verb. So you already know what a verb is. Any action word in a sentence is called the verb. Anything that is going on in the action in the sentence, any action that has been taking place is actually the verb. The donkey kicked the boy flies his kite, the attack sank the boat, the children eat banana, the boy hit the ball. In all of these sentences, kicked, flies, sank, eat and hit are the verbs. So these are the action word, and by reading the sentence we know that this thing that is happening in the sentence is this. So these are the words that actually make us understand what a verb is. Now there are some sentences which does not have a proper verb, so they have the action they do not have an action verb, so we cannot consider them having a main verb. So what we do here, we use the auxiliary verbs as the main verb. For example, Jyoti has a pet. Here pet dog is a possession that Jyoti has. So here has is used as an auxiliary verb and is acting like a main verb. Similarly, Shivam is an intelligent boy. So is here is a state of being intelligent. It is a state. It does not have any main verb, so the auxiliary verb is acting as the main verb here. For example, Kavita reads a book. In the above sentence, Kavita is the subject and reads is the verb. Now we are going to talk about the object of the verb. Whenever we are talking about something, the thing that the action is happening with, there are two things in any sentence. One, when a person or a thing is doing the thing, that is the subject, and whatever is happening with the thing is known as the object. For example, the boy hit. Here they have no object because here the subject is the boy and hit is the verb. But the boy hit the ball. Here the boy is the subject, hit is the verb and the ball is the object. So the first group of words expresses an incomplete sense as it is not mentioned here what the boy hit. Similarly, in the second sentence, in the second group of words, the word hit is followed by the word ball to make complete sense. Thus, some verbs need words to make a complete sense. So, those verbs are known as the objects. Now, there are two types of verbs. First is transitive and another one is intransitive. So, transitive verbs are those kind of verbs in which in the sentence there is an object. Those verbs are known as the transitive verbs. Whereas in any sentence where there is no object, it is known as the intransitive verbs. So transitive, for example, she ate an apple, the boy flies his kite. In both of these sentences, she and boy are the subject, ate and flies is the verb, and an apple, his kite and kites is the verb. Object. But in intransitive verbs, the birds flew. The bird is the subject and flew is the verb. So here there is no object, so these are intransitive verb. Now verbs of incomplete prediction, there are two types of those. First is transitive verbs of incomplete prediction, and another one is transitive verbs of incomplete prediction. So the incomplete prediction happens in the transitive as well as intransitive, both of these verbs. So some transitive verbs take only one object but still require some words to make complete prediction. For example, his parents name him. So in this sentence, his parents is the subject, named is the verb and him is the object. But still they need one more word to make a complete sense. So those sentences are known as transitive verbs of incomplete prediction. Here Vivek is that complement. So those words that we need to add the the words that we need to add in the sentence in order to make a complete sense is known as the complement of the verb. Alright, in the other intransitive verbs of incomplete prediction, the boy seems happy. So here the boy is the subject, seems is the verb, and there is no object. But the happy is the complement. So that is known as the complement of the verb. Now complement which comes only after other intransitive verb is called subjective complement because it relates to the subject, and complement which comes after transitive verb is called objective complement because it relates to the object. This was the only thing in the chapter. Let us come on to the exercise. First is underline the verbs in the following sentences. Bikaner has grown into a large and a beautiful city. So has grown is the verb. Rome was not built in a day. Built is the verb. The murderer was hanged. Was hanged is the verb. He drinks 5 liters of milk at a time. So drinks is the verb. She was stung by a scorpion. Was stung is the verb. He has lost all his money. Has lost is the verb. They have chosen him as their president. Have chosen is the verb. Doctors work both day and night. Work is the adverb. Samir always wants to play football. Play is the verb. She bakes delicious cakes and biscuits. Bakes is the verb. Second question is complete the following sentences with either objects or complements wherever necessary. So Raju bought a car today. You can write any you can complete the sentence yourself in any way you want. The boys fly kites in the evening. Sunita looks very beautiful. The sky grew dark. The woodsman fell on the logs. The dog bit him on the leg. The rabbit reappeared on the ground. He burnt his hand. Roses smell sweet. The baby seems happy. Next, C. Underline the verb in the following sentences and write whether they are transitive or intransitive verb. Here, the boy flew the kite. So, flew is the verb and it is transitive. The lady seems unwell. The verb is seems and it is transitive. The rooms are vacant. Are is the verb and this is intransitive. We brought gifts for everyone. Brought is the verb, it is transitive. The sun gives us heat. Gives is the verb and it is transitive. They stood near the door. Stood is the verb and it is intransitive. This sentence has intransitive verb with incomplete prediction because we need a complement also in order to make a complete sense. Eat silently. Eat is the verb and it is intransitive. The bell rang loudly. Rang is the verb and it is intransitive. Sunny seems tired. Seems is the verb and it is intransitive. The children ran. Ran is the verb and it is intransitive. Coming on to the D1, fill in the past tense or past participle of the given words. First is arise. There never has arisen. A great man who has not been misunderstood. Choose. I chose the right career path. Forget. Everyone has forgotten all the goods I have done for them. Ride. She rode along me. Undergo. My grandfather underwent a bypass heart surgery. Come. Shruti has come to invite me to her birthday party. Dream. I always dreamt of being a movie star. Lend. I lent Raj some money. Send. The culprit was sent to the jail for the crime he committed. Cut. The barber has cut his hair too short. Hurt. I slipped but I did not hurt. Hit. He had hit me thrice with his book. Here, cut, hurt and hit, we have used the same word as their past participle or the past tense because these are the words that do not changes in the past participle and the past tense form. With this chapter is over. Let us come on to the next chapter, which is irregular verbs. This is a very short chapter and there is nothing as nothing more to understand. There are only five things that you have to understand. First, that verbs can be also be regular and irregular verbs. So first I'm going to tell you about the regular verbs. Regular verbs are those verbs in which the past participle form and the past form is made the same by adding ed only. The past tense and the past participle form is made of any verb by adding ed, and both of them remains the same. For example, walk becomes walked and walked. Paint becomes painted, painted. Laugh becomes laughed and laughed. Alright, these are those kinds of verbs. Second thing is irregular verbs. Irregular verbs are again classified into three types. First is type 1, second is type 2, and third is type 3. In the first type, all the three words in the sentence are changed. For example, the verb that we are changing is the same. The verb and the past tense is different, and the past participle is also different. All the three forms are different to each other. Then type 2 is when any two of the verbs are same and one is different. It can be the first form and second form can be same and third form can be different, or second and third form can be same and first form is different, or third and first form can be same and second is different. For example, when we are talking about first and second form are different, then we can say okay, some of the examples we will study when we will study about the examples about it. Now third type is all the three forms are same to each other. For example, cut, hurt, bit. All right, and these are the examples. Type 1 is arise, arose, arisen, and arising. Here this is present participle. Here it is, the verb is in ing form, which means that all the sentences are these are the words that are used in the continuous tense. Awake, awoke, awoken, awaking. Be, was, were, or been, being. Bear, bore, born, bearing. These are the examples that you can read yourself. Now coming on to type 2. In this, see, first form is beat, second form is beat, and third form is beaten. So here first and second form is same, third form is different. Then become, became, become. Here the first and the third form is same and became is different. Bend, bent, bent. Here the second form and the third form are same and first form is different. Alright, now coming on to the third. Rest of the examples you can read by yourself. Type 3, all three forms are the same. Bed, bed, bed. Cut, cut, cut. Hit, hit, hit. And hurt, hurt, hurt. And there are more examples. Now we have to complete the following table with the appropriate irregular verb forms. So first is be. You can write was or were in the past, been in the past participle, and being. Beat, 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 beating. Became, become, became, become, becoming. Begin, began, begun, beginning. Bend, bent, bent, bending. Bet, 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 betting. Bite, bit, bitten, bit, biting. Bleed, bled, bled, bleeding. Blow, blew, blown, blowing. Bring, brought, brought, bringing. Hurt, 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 hurting. Cut, 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 cutting. Run, ran, run, running. Lay, laid, laid, laying. Strike, struck, struck, striking. Undergo, underwent, undergone, and undergoing. With this chapter is also over. Now in the next video we are going to study the next chapter.